George Lucas's Star Wars saga has appealed to 4 generations of viewers since it launched in 1977. The signature look of the Star Wars used universe is the work of set decorator Roger Christian, working with designer John Barry. How this innovative look was created is revealed for the first time in the new documentary, Galaxy Built on Hope.
Roger, you won a well-deserved Academy Award for the creation of the used universe, and it all started with this adapted submachine gun.
As set deck, I had to come up with all the weapons. There was no budget to set up a special department to make any of the props or guns. And I thought, you know what, that looks pretty cool, and I love the Sterling, the look of it. To me, it was a science fiction gun as well, if I'd adapted it correctly. That was my pet peeve, weapons that felt too light in the actor's hands and they're trying to pretend, and that's heavy.
That is very heavy. It feels real.
I wanted to find something that would suit a kind of tall, hairy Chewbacca.
Star Wars is about taking something real, something timeless, and just giving it a little spin, adding like 10-20% science fiction to it.
I was always intrigued by this fascinating shape, and I wondered about its origins.
It's a Fijian to Tokyo Warriors Club. I wanted to do what I always did to everything on Star Wars, add something into it.
I was in the ticket office where I had all my Graflex cameras, and one day Roger Christian walked in.
I brought out a Graflex handle. I knew I'd found the Holy Grail. Okay, how do I turn this into what I feel would be a lightsaber? So this is the toolbox. There's his initials, William J. Harmon.
The whole of the land speeders and R2-D2 were all made out of this little box and the bits that we found in the studio. So I went round scrounging wood from the other productions that were hanging around.
The one in Metropolis only walked forward 3 paces, and George tells me that they wanted it to do a lot more and it couldn't.
Ralph McQuarrie had painted C-3PO with illuminated eyes. This was my biggest problem. I'd come up with this idea of using airplane junk and other scrap. I could stick it into the sets and make it work.
Roger was highly imaginative in that respect and saved us an huge amount of money.
Han Solo's Millennium Falcon felt like a Camaro in some kid's garage. People could identify that. I want to get my car, I want to fix it up, I want to get out of this small town. That's the sentiment that was going on.
You added those animals and vehicles outside the cantina entrance.
Well, George was always saying that he wanted a spaghetti western in space. John had done a sketch with the bones on the dunes. I found a full-sized fiberglass skeleton of a dinosaur. I had them sent straight down to Tunisia.
But we crest the dunes, and I looked down into this valley, and there are the fiberglass dinosaur bones that you left there 20 years earlier.
My first piece from David was a piece of nondescript material that was some part of the Krayt Dragon.
The Jawas roamed the deserts, picking up anything they could find to repair and sell. The scene was supposed to start with my astromech robot being lowered down from the sandcrawler, but it took so long that George started the scene with R2-D2 coming down the ramp.
So Roger, one of the things I admire is the fact that you guys cannibalized existing things, making a lightsaber out of camera parts and the salvage model parts for the Millennium Falcon. What can you illuminate about that?
Go back to the very beginning and trace the origins of Star Wars in Roger Christian's Galaxy Built on Hope.